Hello, my lovely collective. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Collective, we have the Village, the Mirror, and the Venom, the Tear, Alethea, the Threshold, and the Mountain. Well, I mean, the Village, the Venom, the Mirror. I mean, the Mirror is just like, it's fractured ideas, it's fractured images, it's nasty for the sake of being nasty, it's competitive and malicious and vindictive, and it's just like not an energy that anybody wants to be around who doesn't desire to exist in that type of energy. You know what I mean? Like, and then you have the Tear and Alethea, and I feel like there's a truth to that. You know what I mean? Like you can argue till you're blue in the face, like unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy patterns are unhealthy behaviors and patterns. And if they exhibit themselves, then, you know, then the reality is that that's an energy that needs to be sorted through, and it's nobody's problem but the person who's in that energy, right? And I just kind of feel like you are going through a healing journey. You've been on a healing journey. You've been going through the process of eliminating not only energies, but like triggers, you know, like that hurt your wounds, you know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, if you recognize that you're triggered, you know, like the best thing you can do is turn around and walk away. Don't keep going back thinking that you're going to change something. Like it's not yours to change. And I think that sucks, you know, where you're just kind of like, it's disappointing, but like ultimately the best thing that anyone can do for themselves is to stand in their own truth, because you can't stand in everyone else's truth all the time. Like that's not your place to stand. And I don't know. Well, I don't know, because I just think of the idea, well, so, you know, obviously I was a part of the protests for first, you know, like 3-4 months of the protests. I was, you know, front lines every single night, and I loved it. But, you know, you learn a lot about a cause, you know, when you're a part of it. You learn a lot about, you know, like different issues that are faced. And, you know, something that is often called into question for, you know, like the race issue is poverty. You know, and people who have experienced poverty feel as though they can relate to, you know, like racial injustices because they've related to like financial injustices. And that's true to a degree, but it's kind of still like just covering up one issue with another issue and saying that issue doesn't count because this issue exists. You know, and you're going to have 1,000,010 different issues in this world, and you're going to have 1,000,010 different people to face those different issues in different ways, you know, so that everyone can collectively discover something that's going to be like a cohesive healing experience, right? You know, like that being said, you know, like there are certain energies that you can't align yourself with when you have a purpose or a goal. And I feel like, you know, you have a purpose or a goal, and you're going in the directions that you need to go, and you're not you're like super sorry about that, but you know, like absolutely not. You know, like you can say whatever you want to say, but it doesn't change the reality that like occurred. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, and that's just not anything that I'm ever going to subject myself to. You know, and certainly not because I think that I can play with someone. I don't want to play. I don't want to sit in your sandbox with you. You know, I'm going to go ahead and utilize the value that I've been working to uncover and go in the directions that are meant for me. Because what else would you do? Right? Walk your path, walk your journey, go in your directions. You know what I mean? Okay. The Tower, the Two of Swords, the Seven, oops, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Four of Swords, the King of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool. Well, yeah, I mean, whatever it is that you're just like that's really not going to work for me. You know, like I really just, like, I can't engage with that type of energy anymore. And like, believe I've already gone through that so many times, you know, with people who are in my life, with people who are complete strangers, you know what I mean? And like, I don't have any interest in it anymore now than I did before. You know, but I feel like now I just, like, I'm not as triggered by it, which is very telling to me that I've healed a lot. You know, and I feel like that's almost just that, like, that validation that you needed to really, like, send you off in that direction with like a stronger recognition of your value. And when you, like, the directions that you're deciding to go, I just, it's been coming through in our reads collective, just this idea of like fast action and a great deal of value. You know what I mean? Like, you're stepping into an arena of your life that is very different from anything that you've done before. But I think it's something that you feel prepared for, something that you feel like, no, this is something that I'm going to be really good at doing, and I'm going to do it, and it's going to be fruitful. I mean, financially is what I feel like. Let's do more clarifiers. The Hierophant, the Hanged Man, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Well, you've got the King of Wands and the King of Swords. Definitely a truth that you're standing in, that you're taking action in, you know, because I feel like, well, the Ace of Pentacles in this deck is just the idea of like small beginnings, and no matter how small of a beginning it seems like don't question it. And really and truly, I think a lot of times some of the opportunities that we do experience happen because we just, like, we stepped in. We were like, hey, you know what? Like, I don't know. For me, I think of like industries, right? Like, this is an industry that I've never worked in before, so I'm not coming in here trying to tell everybody how to do everything. You know, like, but if I'm hired doing something that I know what I'm doing, please don't tell me that I don't know what I'm doing when I know what I'm doing in the same manner that you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? We're just doing very different things. And I feel like, so you're stepping into something that is like, maybe you feel like you don't really know what you're doing right away, but there, you come with an understanding with like what it is that's being done that really enables you to kind of, I don't know, I feel like you're coming in with a fresh perspective because it's something different, you know? I mean, and that's what's so fun about things that are different, because you're going to have a different perspective. Like you're coming from a background that's so vastly different than other people's background that you notice things that they don't notice. Whereas they're going to come from a background where they notice things that you don't notice. And then when you combine those, like our powers combined, you know what I mean? Is what that feels like. But I feel like, you know, with your powers combined, you just, like, you're off to the races. But I kind of feel like the way that you got through there with, like, through that door was just kind of by taking a small step. My dad, I was talking to him the other day. He's always said that anytime anything was going wrong, anytime there was stuff happening, you know, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. And it's true. Sometimes you do have to baby step your way through things because you got shit popping out at you that you're like, wah, you know what I mean? Like, didn't see that one coming. And I feel like for a lot of us, that's been just kind of like a regular occurrence in life. And yet, you know, like, well, because you've got the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands, and it's just kind of like, well, that was not pleasant, but taking those lessons into the next thing, leaving, parting ways. I mean, the Three of Wands is like crossing shores, going in new directions, going in the directions that I need to, like, that honor, like, the work that I've put in, you know, and the process that takes. It's because, I don't know, because anything that's going to be big, anything that's going to be life-changing, because the Fool, I feel like whatever this is that you're doing, it's life-changing for you. And it's life-changing because you've been disciplined. It's life-changing because you haven't let things trip you up. It's life-changing because, you know, like if there were weaknesses that you had where you were like, well, this somehow da 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 da, I feel like it, like those weaknesses have been removed. Like that, I don't know, I just feel like this cleansing that's occurred, and like this cleansing that's occurring, it separates you from whatever was following you around before. Oh, you got the Ten of Pentacles again. You have the Ten of Pentacles twice. Really and truly, guys, I mean, there's just whatever you've been working on, keep working on it. Whatever direction it is that you're going, keep going in it. Because when you walk in faith, Spirit always provides. The Poet, I mean, it's taking the bad and finding the beauty in it. You know, uncovering the heart and the and the passion and the drive and the, you know, like through the pain, through the, you know, disappointments, you know, like while you are trying to uncover your value amidst fractured ideas, nasty intentions, nasty words, and people who just like they wanted to hold you in your place. They just wanted to keep you in your place. You know, and that, again, it's why you have to be so careful about who you surround yourself with, because they will absolutely do anything and everything in their power to hold you in your place. And that means taking parts of you and piecing it out, like piecing it out for their convenience, you know. But again, it's just kind of like, I'm not here to be pieced out for your convenience. You know, and I don't know what it is that you think that you offer me that is worth exchanging my value, but like it's not. You know, and maybe that's like a hard truth to hear, but it doesn't matter, because you're like, what you have and where you're going doesn't like, this doesn't, like, it doesn't stand next to this. So like, why? That's I feel like there's an obvious answer. We wouldn't. Nobody would give this up. To experience betrayal, manipulation, poor intentions, you know, like why would you give that up? You wouldn't. And sometimes I feel like people don't always know what it is that you see. So when you say, why would I give that up? They're like, what are you even giving up? And you're like, well, that's for me to know and for you to find out. You know what I mean? But like, I will not hand it over to frivolous, manipulative people. Ever. Collective. I mean, do the damn thing. Get it. You know what I mean? Like, the doors are opening up to you. You walk in faith, and when you walk in faith, you walk into abundance. And the things that are left behind, the things that get cut away, you know, like that's, you know what, I just feel like it's like that. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's not always a pretty process. Sometimes, you know, people's feelings get hurt, but it's just kind of like, in the end, ultimately, you know, like I don't know. I just feel like I didn't do that to you. I didn't put you in that position, and I didn't lay anything against you that wasn't honest, like brutally honest, but fair at any point in time, you know? And it's just kind of like, if that's not for you, that's not for you. Like, carrying on, you know, find something that's for you and do the same thing. Follow your dreams, follow your passions, right? You know, like, do what honors you in your journey, in your truth, in your story, in your spirit, and leave the rest behind. And have faith. You know what I mean? Because it's probably the best thing anyone can do. All right, collective. Well, if this does resonate with you, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.